I appointed today, Monday, 13th May 2024 at 2:30 p.m. as the day and time for the special sitting of the House to receive the report of the Select Committee and to consider any other priority business. Additionally, honorable members, in keeping with the requirements of Standing Order 29.3, the Kenya Gazette Notice number 561 of 6th May 2024, I gave notice of today's special sitting. Accordingly, today's special sitting of the House is properly convened. Honorable members, are specified in the Gazette Notice, and indeed as notified to all members and the general public by way of newspaper notification published on 7th May 2024, the purpose of today's special sitting is as follows. 1. Conveyance of any urgent messages from the President, the National Executive, and the Senate. In this regard, I will shortly be conveying a message from the Senate relating to the passage of 4 bills. B. Tabling of any other papers with statutory timelines, including subsidiary legislation. C. Tabling of the report of the Select Committee investigating the proposed dismissal of Honorable Franklin Mithika Linturi as Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture and Livestock Development pursuant to Articles 152(7)(b and 152(9) of the Constitution. I am notified that the committee has just adopted its report. At an appropriate stage, after I have acclimatized with the contents of the report, I'll allow the chairperson to table it, and thereafter I will give further guidance as to the next steps. D. Tabling of the report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on the Senate amendments to the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bill number 14 of 2024. You will note that this business is contained in the order paper as order number 10, given its urgency. Honorable members, the House is also to transact the following urgent business. First reading of the Finance Bill 2024, as today presents the only opportunity for formal introduction of the bill in the House so that public participation on it can commence. 2. Consideration of a motion on the report of the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning on the ratification of the Multilateral Convention to implement tax treaty-related measures to prevent base erosion and profit shifting. 3. Consideration of the Senate amendments to the Division of Revenue Bill 2024 in Committee of the Whole House should the business under Order number 10 be passed. And 4. Committee of the Whole House and third reading of the National Disaster Risk Management Bill, National Assembly Bill number 24 of 2023. The House is accordingly guided. Members at the bar, take your seats. Take your seats. Minority Whip, take your seats urgently. Now take the nearest seats. No, I'm still on communication. Order, honorable members. Honorable members, the next communication is a recognition of a delegation from the Parliament of Zambia. Honorable members, I wish to introduce to you a delegation from the Parliament of Zambia who are seated in the Speaker's row. The delegation comprises 10 members of the Committee on Planning and Budgeting. They are 1. Honorable Fred Chibulo Charila, MP of the delegation. Honorable Brenda Nyirenda, MP. Honorable David Mabumba, MP. Honorable Jamba Machila, MP. Honorable Kalalwe Mukosa, MP. Honorable Andon Mumba, MP. Honorable Mwabashike Nguluskusa, MP. Honorable Koonwa Simunji MP, Honorable Jeffrey Mulebwa MP, and Honorable Mayungo Simushi MP. Honorable members, the delegation accompanied by 2 staff is on a benchmarking visit to gain deeper insights into legislative processes and explore innovative approaches, particularly in the realms of budget, finance, and national planning. On my own behalf and that of the National Assembly as a whole, I welcome the delegation to Parliament and wish them fruitful engagement during the stay in the country. Thank you. Next order. Hold your horses, Minority Leader. Members, take the nearest available seat. Ruku, the nearest seat. Order, member, take the nearest seat and urgently. Order. Honorable members, the next communication is in consideration of performance audit reports by relevant committees. Honorable members, as you are aware, the Office of the Auditor General is one of the independent services established by the Constitution and is mandated to inter alia audit and report on the accounts of all public entities in accordance with Article 229 of the Constitution. In addition, Section 36 of the Public Audit Act 2015 requires the Office of the Auditor General to conduct performance audits for the purpose of examining the economy, efficiency, and effectiveness of public expenditure by public institutions. These reports are critical in the examination of efficiency and effectiveness of our public resource utilization and are meant to advise public entities on areas of improvement to ensure prudence in public finance management. Indeed, honorable members, I am in receipt of a letter from the Office of the Auditor General indicating that 3 performance audit reports have been submitted to the National Assembly since 2012. However, it's noted that only 1 such report has been considered by the House over this period. This performance is dismal and calls into question the prioritization of these reports by committees of the House. Notably, honorable members, the performance audit reports cover various sectors including agriculture, rural and urban development, health, education, environment protection, water and natural resources, social protection, culture and recreation, governance, justice, law and order, energy infrastructure and ICT, general economic and commercial affairs, public administration and international relations, and finance. Honorable members, given the centrality of the performance audit reports in the streamlining of resource utilization by public institutions and pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 216.5, I hereby direct 1, that the clerk circulates the performance audit reports received from the Office of the Auditor General to respective departmental committees and any other relevant committee consideration, and 2, that the committees ought to prioritize the examination of the performance audit reports and table respective reports for consideration by the House as appropriate. The House is accordingly guided. I thank you. Minority Leader, what is out of order?
Honorable Speaker, I just want to seek your indulgence. I've got certain issues I need to raise beforehand.
Pardon?
Certain preliminary issues I need to raise. And I want you to invoke Standing Order number 1 to address some of them. 1, Honorable Speaker, is on the matter of the order paper. Speaker, if you look at Standing Order 29.5, in terms of defining special sittings of the House and the agenda thereof, Honorable Speaker, the implication of that standing order is that on a special sitting such as this one, in a special sitting such as this one, Honorable Speaker, there may be a number of issues that have been lined up in the Gazette notice. But Honorable Speaker, you will agree with me that out of those many issues, there is always the anchor issue. There's always the anchor issue. And Honorable Speaker, my submission is that the anchor issue for this special sitting is the matter of the proposed dismissal of the Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture. And therefore, I want to plead with you to use your discretion under standing order number 1. I hope they will listen to me. Standing order number 1, to rearrange the order paper and to allow the matter of the proposed dismissal of Honorable Mithika Linturi to be brought forward, to appear at the very least as standing at order number 8. At order number 8. So that before we transact any other business, we dispense with the matter of the proposed dismissal of the Cabinet Secretary. That is 1. 2, Honorable Speaker, 2 is the interpretation of the Constitution, Article, Honorable Speaker, the interpretation of the Constitution, Article 152, sub-Article 9, read together with the Standing Order 66(7). Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker.
Members, can I hear the minority leader? Reduce your consultations.
I wish you could listen to me.
Honorable members.
Honorable Speaker, I was saying that if you go to standing order to Article 152, sub-Article 9 of the Constitution, and for the avoidance of doubt, Honorable Speaker, it says if the select committee reports that it finds the allegations A, unsubstantiated, no further proceedings shall be taken, or B, substantiated, the National Assembly shall proceed in the manner prescribed. Honorable Speaker, I want to remind the House that Parliament.
Those are live images coming from the National Assembly as they have a special sitting to discuss, among other things, the impeachment motion against Cabinet Secretary Mithika Linturi over the fake fertilizer scandal that has continued to raise questions in the Republic, with farmers saying that they lost a lot during that period, as the country also struggles with matters to do with food security. Which way will this go? Remember, the 11-member committee will be submitting their report this afternoon. I leave you with these ongoing deliberations in the National Assembly. Follow up as we bring you live-to-live coverage on the special sitting. Remember, it is Cabinet Secretary Mithika Linturi on the dock. Will he be dismissed or not? Stay tuned to find out.
Understanding orders. I want you to find that what is envisaged under Article 152, sub-Article 9, is that the decision of the select committee shall be subject to the vote of this House. That whatever decision the select committee at must be validated by the full House. That is the import of Article 152, sub-Article 9.
Honorable Wandai. First, you are out of order in anticipating debate. I did guide the House that I have been informed reliably that the report is ready. The report has not even been tabled. The Speaker has not seen it yet. After the next 1 or 2 orders, the Speaker will retreat to the back chamber and look at the report. It cannot be tabled without the Speaker assisting to it. Once I am satisfied and I assent to it, then it will be tabled. Secondly, that will be done within the next less than 1 hour. Secondly, Una, you are out of order in interjecting when the speaker is on his feet. Secondly, what the minority leader is trying to bring to the attention of the House is water way under the bridge. The House already debated a motion, and the outcome of that motion was the setting up of the select committee. Unlike in the Senate, where in their standing orders, they provide that the House can elect to prosecute such a matter, particularly in relation to the impeachment of the governor, the deputy governor. It may elect to prosecute that impeachment motion through a select committee of the House or through the House sitting as plenary. That provision is not available to this House. This House, what is available in your own standing orders is to have a select committee, which we put in place. That's where the minister appeared with his lawyer, from what I was reading, and that is where the prosecution was conducted. Now, when they report to the House, if the matter is found by the committee to be unsubstantiated, it ends there, dead on arrival. If the committee says the matter has substance, then level 2 will now be the House to deal with a fresh motion, which at the end of the day require a simple vote to uphold or to reject. That's what the law says, what the Constitution says. So, Honorable Wandai, jumping the gun is unnecessary, is unhelpful. Hold your horse. Order, Anjala. Order. Order, Honorable Anjala. Order. Members, take your seats. Honorable Anjala, take your seat. Take your seat.
Order number 3, messages.
Your leader has raised a matter which I have disposed of. Take your seat. What is out of order, Anjala? And cite the standing order that you are relying on.
Out of order.
Can you cite the standing order that you are relying on? Order, members.
Mr. Speaker.
Order, members.
Mr. Speaker, you used the standing order to call us here today.
Order, Honorable Angela, take your seat. You are getting into the realm of gross misconduct. When your leader, Honorable Wandai, stood on a point of order, he cited the standing orders, he cited the Constitution to prosecute his point of order. What standing order are you relying on to say what you
Mr. Speaker, on a
order? Order. 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 Order, honorable members. Order. Honorable Anjala. Order. Honorable Anjala, thank you very much in comic relief. House. Standing order number 1 does not apply. It only applies where a matter is not provided for. The delegation is provided for the standing orders. And other interjections to Angela, I'll rule you. Order, Angela. Order. Angela, you be executed the matter, but be ordered. I've ruled you out of order. Take your seats and remain calm. Order, Angela. There is no time for for you because you have no matter to prosecute. Take your seat. Yes, Senior Counsel.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise under Standing Order number 1, number 6, and Article 152(9) of the Constitution. I need Speaker's ear, so we cannot compete for his ear. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, is under Standing Order number 1, Standing Order number 66, as read with Article 129 of the Constitution, for your directions. Mr. Speaker, I seek those directions pursuant to your further direction you have just given. Mr. Speaker, you read Article 152(9) and properly interpreted it. But, Mr. Speaker, I'd invite you for a proper and thorough interpretation of 152(9) before the committee tables its report. Insofar as under 152(9), Mr. Speaker, A, it says if the select committee reports that it finds the allegations unsubstantiated, no further proceedings shall be taken. Mr. Speaker, to invite for the clerk of the House the interpretation of word proceedings so that we know how we react to the report by the committee. Speaker, without anticipating your direction, my understanding is that Article 152(9) actually mirrors the process of removal of a judge under Article 67. Our contemplation, therefore, Mr. Speaker, would be that when the committee reports that they have found the allegations substantiated, then we proceed under 152(9)(b). But where they find it unsubstantiated, no further proceedings shall be taken, which means the proceedings contemplated in B, that is the secretary to appear before the House, and the question of voting will not happen. But my understanding, Mr. Speaker, is that that by itself does not prevent the House from or debating the report. What it does is prevent the House from voting on the report. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I'd urge you to give us a clearer interpretation of the word proceeding, and one that goes with the purpose of the Constitution, one that is permissive, because the House is entitled to debate the finding of the committee, including any varieties that the committee may be engaged in. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Senior Counsel, your reading of the Constitution, your understanding of the Constitution, and your appreciation of the Constitution is in tandem with Mr. Speaker.
Good. Thank you.
Under Article 152(7), where you should have started, because I know you very well, you are a clever man, but you are reading selectively. It says, if a motion under Clause 6 is supported by at least 1/3 of the members of the National Assembly, which motion was supported by more than 1/3 of the Assembly shall, not may, shall appoint a select committee comprising 11 of its members to investigate the matter, which you did, right? The next level is now the reception of the report, which you have quoted. It is now, we have not tabled any the gun. Once tabling of the report is done, then the relevance of your argument comes into play, and then the discretion of the Speaker will be called into place. Right? Thirdly, for the avoidance of any doubt to all members, including Honorable Raphael Wanjala, Standing order number 1 in our standing orders is not available to any member of this House. Whether it's majority or minority leaders, it's only available to the Speaker. If you read your standing orders, and for avoidance of doubt, I wrote these standing orders with the late Honorable Godana. The late Honorable Godana, Julia Sunguli sitting there, and a few others. Standing order number 1 is only available to the Speaker, not to any other member. It is not an escape route to anybody who doesn't grasp their standing orders. So let's leave it there. Honorable Otienda Amolo will get to that matter when we reach it. Order. Clerk, hold an order. That matter is spent. Let's move to the next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Honorable members, Honorable Machele, take the nearest seat. Honorable members, I have a message from the Senate on the passage of 4 bills. Honorable Zamzam, you have breached our standing orders. Take your seat. Honorable members, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 41-5, I wish to report to the House that on 2nd May 2024, I received 4 messages from the Senate regarding the passage of 2 Senate bills and 2 National Assembly bills. Order. Is that Honorable Member for Malava and Serisia? Take your silence. Honorable Member, the first and second messages convey that on Thursday, 25th April 2024, the Senate considered and passed the County Boundaries Bill, Senate Bill number 6 of 2023, and the Sugar Bill, National Assembly Bill 34 of 2022. The Sugar Bill was passed with amendments. Honorable members, the third and fourth messages convey that on Thursday, 2nd May 2024, the Senate considered and passed the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bill, number 14 of 2024, with amendments, and the County Government's Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 25 of 2023, without amendments. Members, the County Boundaries Bill, Senate Bill number 6 of 2023, seek to give effect to Article 188 of the Constitution by providing for procedure for alteration of boundaries. It also proposes to provide for a mechanism for resolution of disputes relating to county boundaries, as well as establishment of an independent county boundaries commission. On the other hand, the county government's amendment bill number 25 of 2023 seeks to amend the County Governments Act Cap 265 to raise the statutory thresholds for removal of a member of a county executive committee. In conveying the message regarding passage of this particular bill, the Right Honourable Speaker of the Senate has notified that the sponsor, Senator Cherargei, MP, has nominated the member for Marakwet West, the Honourable Timothy Kipchumba Toroitich, MP, to co-sponsor the bill in this House. In this regard, the Honourable Toroitich will henceforth be responsible for marshalling its consideration in the National Assembly. Honourable members, with regard to the Sugar Bill, National Assembly Bill number 34 of 2022, I hereby direct the clerk to circulate the Senate amendment to the bill to all members as required by standing orders. In the meantime, the message from the Senate, together with the schedule of the Senate amendments, shall stand referred to the Departmental Committee on Agriculture and Livestock for consideration. Honourable members, in order for the House to commence the 2 Senate bills, I further direct the clerk to schedule the bills for first reading when the House convenes next for its regular sittings. Thereafter, the 2 bills will be committed to the Departmental Committee on and Legal Affairs for consideration. I urge the two committees to prioritize the respective bills, refer to them, and report to the House as soon as is practicable to enable the House to proceed with the next stage of the bills. Honourable members, with respect to the two National Assembly bills, that is the Sugar Bill 2022 and the Division of Revenue Bill 2024, you will recall that the National Assembly passed the two bills on 27th September 2023 and 20th March 2024 respectively, following which I refer the bills to the Senate for consideration pursuant to the requirements of Article 110(4) of the Constitution. As part of the bicameral architecture of our legislative process, on bills concerning county governments, the House is now required to consider the Senate amendments to the two bills. Honourable members, passage of a division of revenue bill ought to be done expeditiously and within the statutory timelines in order to allow the attendant steps in the budget-making process. In this regard, and in line with the resolution of the House of 14 February 2024 regarding processing of messages received from the Senate during short and long recesses, through notification number 001 of 2024 dated Monday, 6th May 2024, refer the Senate amendment to the Division of Revenue Bill 2024 Budget and Appropriations Committee as soon as I received it. The committee is expected to have concluded consideration of the Senate amendments and should table its report today to facilitate consideration of the business listed as order number
May 2024, the report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on its consideration of Senate amendments to the Division of Revenue Bill, that is National Assembly Bill number 15, 2024. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Hold the order, honourable members. Honourable members, the next is the tabling report. You are so directed. Wangari.
Order. Order, members. We'll continue with the business of the House. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, questions and statements. Order number 8, procedural motion, reduction of publication period of a specified bill.
Order, members. Nipatie mic.
House
Bring the mic.
resolves to reduce the publication period of the Finance Bill, National Assembly Bill 30 of 2024 from 7 to 4 days. Honorable Speaker, the reduction of this publication period is to give room for public participation so that we can have a robust conversation about this Finance Bill of 2024, and most importantly, to avert a possible special sitting for this Friday. Because if you don't make the decision now, then we might have to reconvene a special sitting on Friday.
Honorable Mogaka, take your seat. Honorable Joash, take your seat. Honorable Robbie, take your seat. Member for Sirisia, take your seat. Honorable Clive, take your seat. Honorable Sunkuli, break the Mukunji. Honorable members, we cannot even hear the mover. Kindly let us be orderly. Member for Molo, can you move again?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the following procedural motion that pursuant to the provisions of standing order